What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here, bringing you some more Series 10 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. Working our way through restricteds, today we are trying out Zamazenta. This is a really cool team built by KantoClark, who is part of my podcast and a really good friend, and I'm really excited to try it out, right? I know obviously Zamazenta is outshined by Zacian for a lot of reasons, but hopefully we can get some good games with the other half of this dynamic duo. So, taking a look at the team, let's just start obviously with Zamazenta. This is an Assault Vest variant. I think the sort of main consensus is to not run the shield, just because you can get better boosts using other items. I personally like Life Orb or Choice Band. I think it just hits harder, but I'm sure Assault Vest is going to work out and give us a lot of boosts. It also does help with our defensive typing, so that's actually really good for us. We do have close combat, crunch, play rough, and wild charge. Overall, just really good coverage into things like Kyogre, into things like Calyrex. We do have responses to a lot of things. We do have fairy type coverage, which is huge. So overall, I think a really good set. We do have Zapdos with Defiant. I think that that's a really good option with Zamazenta, really to stop sort of Intimidators, primarily Incineroar. We do have Quick Guard to stop things like a Fake Out, which can be really huge, especially if we want to attack with Zamazenta because of the fact that it does have Assault Vest and we can't go for Protect. Brave Bird, Thunderous Kick, standard coverage. Protect, also a good option. Wilconberry, really for those big electric type hits. Ditto, really self-explanatory. We know what it does. Next up, we do have Thunderous. This is a support-oriented version with Taunt, Thunderbolt, Scary Face, and Leer. So I actually really like this for a lot of reasons. Mainly because Leer can lower my opponent's defenses, really letting Zamazenta push through. Zamazenta obviously not getting that +1 attack on switch makes it a little bit less damaging per se, than Zacian, so having the way to lower your opponent's defense, really big. Next up, Volcarona. We've used Volcarona a lot on the channel, I think for really good reason. It offers very good support, has a lot of really versatility, and this is one that can set up with Quiver Dance. Then we do have Heat Wave for really big damage that's spread, and also Struggle Bug in the event we're facing something like, I don't know, Xerneas, and we want to stop it from really setting up. And finally, Golisopod, something we haven't really used too much on the channel, I don't think ever actually. And I'm really excited to see what it can do. It does have Citrus Berry, which is really nice. First Impression going to hit really hard. Liquidation and Leech Life, both big sources of damage. And finally, Wide Guard, which can be really important. It's something that kind of fell off in favor in the format, so hoping that can really play a big impact. We do have the code on the screen for people that want to try out the team. I'll make sure to have the paste in the description. And with that, let's just get rocking and rolling and move into the first battle. Alright, battle number 1, and it is Kyurem White. It is Kyurem White, Alolan Ninetales with Charjabug, Urshifu, a Indeedee male, and Rillaboom. So a lot of interesting things. There is weather, so that suggests to me that you are going for Blizzard. So I think Golisopod, because of the fact that it has Wide Guard, is really huge. There is also a lot of terrain control, right? You have Indeedee as well as Rillaboom, but that does make Volcarona really great here. So I like Zamazenta for sure. Zamazenta Golisopod potentially is a good lead. I could do Zamazenta Volcarona, which isn't a bad option. I'm gonna go with Golisopod. I think it's better. I think we want Volcarona in the back. And then let's go with Ditto. Just in the event that we need it, I think hopping the Ninetales could be very big because I'm assuming it has a fairy type move. So having the ability to have really good damage into, into the Reshiram would be really nice. But let's see kind of how it plays out. We do have close combat, which is great. We also do have play rough, so it's like not really a big deal. As we will see, ooh, Pompous Mark. Charjabug with Indeedee. So that suggests to me you want to Expanding Force. That really suggests to me an Expanding Force with some kind of support move. I feel really safe going for Wide Guard. Wide Guard and some kind of attack into Indeedee. I'm guessing potentially Specs, just with the idea of, hey, let's stop you from getting damage onto us. Crunch, we do have a really easy crunch here, as well as a Wide Guard here. Like I said, Charjabug will support your special attack, but hoping, like I said, it is an Expanding Force that we can stop very easily. We will see Perfect, an Expanding Force. Not a lot of people expect Golisopod to have Wide Guard, so that's going to come in really clutch. Charjabug, what can it go for? I don't actually know what Charjabug can go for. Oh, is that a one-shot? Clean one-hit KO. So that's huge for us, as we have gotten rid of a massive threat. They will get a Thunder Wave onto Zamazenta, but I don't think that that's an issue, strictly just because of the fact that we already, no, we are going to be faster than a lot of stuff. So it's still potentially really scary. But Wide Guard does put my opponent in an awkward spot, right? Because if you have Ninetales, Blizzard isn't going to matter, which we are going to see Ninetales come out, which suggests to me you do want to go for a Blizzard, which means that Volcarona is actually really big here in the end game. So what I want to do is, Close Combat's effective. I'm going to Close Combat here, and I could just go for another Wide Guard. I'm suspecting you're going to double up into Golisopod, but that's fine because we do have Volcarona. And I just want to keep things safe. It could be an Aurora Veil, which would actually be fine as well. Yep, we are going to see the Aurora Veil, which, not a big deal. It should probably be a Thunder Wave into Golisopod, just trying to spread out that status. Close Combat will come out. That's pretty good. That's actually really good damage. I'm not complaining about that at all. But now is really tricky because we do Sticky Web. Oh, the switch in entry hazard. Okay. So you really want to do damage to me. I want to, what, swap and steal your Ninetales? I'm going to steal your Ninetales because I think that that's going to be the most important option. I'm going to Liquidation into Ninetales. I think it's fine to leave them alone for now. I think Kyurem, or what am I saying? I think that Volcarona can be really good in the endgame against Kyurem. Also, if we can keep Ditto as Ninetales, that should be fine. We are going to be able to transform after getting the speed drop, which means we aren't going to be affected by it, which is a really big deal for us, as we will see a Blizzard, me deciding not to go for Wide Guard, but Golisopod going to take absolutely nothing from that, as we will see just a straight Volt Switch, which we do manage to hold on to, but that is going to... Wait, do we get forced out with Emergency Exit? I don't think we do. I don't know how this interaction works. It looks like we won't, so this is going to bring out Kyurem. So that's really good for us, right? Because now we have a Moonblast into that slot that they can't stop. And we get really big damage onto this Ninetales. So overall, I do feel really good about this position. I do actually probably want to preserve Golisopod. Oh, I wish that had been a KO. But we also have Blizzard. So we actually have a very safe Blizzard onto both of you. And I'm going to bring out Volcarona. I think it's a little bit of a risky spot. But I think just getting damage onto stuff is really helpful. We also are seeing the full moveset of their Ninetales. So they don't have a Fairy move, which is a little bit unfortunate. But... there is an argument to have preserved Volcarona for the endgame. I think it's fine. We will connect with this Blizzard, which is really great. That does luckily KO Ninetales. We do get a critical hit. I'm going to assume it didn't matter because of how low Ninetales is, as Kyurem is going to survive. We will see a Fusion Flare, I'm guessing into Ninetales. That is fine. That's fine. That's fine. We can now, bring out Zamazenta. We know that Kyurem is hitting on the special side, so we do have that going for us, as we do have a really safe Close Combat into the slot. And I think it's a little risky to set up with Volcarona, but I think it's also fun, right? We should be able to go for a Close Combat. We are going to be the slowest thing, so we aren't going to have to worry about the defense drop. So we do, I think we have a really fine Close Combat into you, as well as Heatwave is okay. This is risky. This is really risky because we are at -1. I'm gonna go for it. I think getting that off is really important. We will see a Blizzard, so this does confirm you're not Scarfed, as both of us tank that super well. We are going to be able to set up and probably a Thunder Wave into Volcarona. We do get the Close Combat off, which is... oh, that just KOs. Cool! So, Zamazenta putting in a ton of work, picking up the KO on Kyurem. I think it picked up the KO on... what's it called? On Indeedee, which was great. It really came through in this game. So, I'm really glad that while everyone says that that Zacian is kind of the dominant force of the meta, we are able to put in some work with Zamazenta. Obviously, it's not over quite yet, but at this point, I don't really know what you're going to do with just a Charge Bug versus a +1 Volcarona and a Zamazenta. I mean, we very well could just get Haxed a bunch, but we do have Heat Wave, so as long as we are able to survive some hits, we should be fine. And yeah, it looks like my opponent is going to cancel. So overall, really good first game. I'm glad that like Zamazenta was able to put in work. I know a lot of times when you see kind of underused restricted, the idea is to really use the rest of the team and just kind of have that restricted there. So like I said, overall really good first game, and let's just keep rocking and rolling and move into the next one. All right, battle number 2, and it is Eternatus. It's a pretty scary one at that. It is Dragovish, Rillaboom, Wimmy with Eternatus, Regieleki, and Urshifu. Thundurus. I like Thundurus a lot in this match. We really don't have good damage into Zamazenta or into Eternatus beyond Ditto transforming into it. So we are gonna need that. I think Thundurus as a lead is we don't have. I think Thundurus is fine as a lead. Thundurus is Golisopod. Golisopod does resist Dragovish, which I think is important. We can lower its speed. Golisopod probably not. Let's bring Golisopod. Let's bring Zamazenta and Ditto. Is it worth dropping Golisopod for Volcarona? No, I think first impression, being able to hit Dragovish before it can go for Vicious Rend is important. We will resist. Like I said, this does put us in a really tricky position because we only have one source of damage into Eternatus, and that's Ditto. And that's assuming that this is an offensive one with Dynamax Cannon. As we are going to see Wimmy with Eternatus, that's fine. We do have a really clear... we can't even first impression on Ditto, or on Wimmy, because of the fact that you could Encore. I'm going to go for a Leer, and I'm going to go for a Leech Life here. I want to try and get rid of your support options. We will see just to protect, that's fine. So what we are going to do is we are going to be able to get Wimmy to -1 defense, which can be really nice, especially if they're not Focus Sash. That's, I think, going to be huge for us. So dropping that defense is going to be great. Right? Boom. Good damage there. As Leech Life just going to come out, put in hopefully a KO. As unfortunately they are going to be Focus Sash, which is a little scary, but not the end of the world. I think another Leer is fine, as well as just a Leech Life. I don't really see a reason to change it up. Dropping Eternatus defense is going to be great because we do at least have neutral damage into Eternatus with Zamazenta, which I think is going to be important. I also do want to kind of scout and see what kind of Zamazenta it is. It could, I mean, not Zamazenta, Eternatus. If they go for a Meteor Beam, that's really sad. But that probably means we can switch out our, what's it called? Our thing pretty comfortably. Okay, so we are seeing Meteor Beam, which means that, what? You definitely have Meteor Beam. We know you have Protect. You probably do have 2 attacks. You probably do have Dynamax Cannon as well as the other thing. That's actually really bad because now we actually need to... Oh, okay. That's great. You hit into Golisopod. Because now what I can do is I can bring out Ditto. I can try to drop your speed using, what is it called? Scary Face? Because Scary Face drops it 2 stages. So I do have a Dynamax Cannon in... Oh, no. Oh, God, no. I forgot how that game works. Okay. That's bad. We can do this. We can do this. We can... That wasn't what I wanted to do. I forgot how Ditto works. Oh, God. Okay, it's fine. We are going to get an Encore into Thunderous. I think that that's fine. We can... Oh, we have a Mental Herb. Ha! We are going to Encore you. So we can probably swap in Zamazenta into... I should have actually gone for a Leer. That probably would have been better. Speed harshly falls. We are going to see a Meteor Beam. I'm guessing, like I said, this should be into... Yeah, I mean, you are at +2. But we can go... We can make the switch here. Oh, God. You went for an Encore last time. So we actually have to Encore... You can't Encore an Encore, which is really annoying. So... I mean, I know you can't Encore an Encore, but maybe my opponent does not. This will let us bring out Zamazenta. We should be able to take... what is it called? We should be able to take the Meteor Beam. We also do have to live... what is it called? The Dazzling Gleam, which is going to be... a little bit more onto Zamazenta than I would have liked. They are luckily going to miss, which gives us a huge opportunity just to go for a play rough here, as well as a swap out into Thunderous, right? Even though you are at, I mean, you are at +2, but you are lowered in, this is tricky, right? Because we do have speed investment. So do you. The Tailwind will put you back to neutral. You are at -1 defense. But you are at +2 special attack, just as... Oh, no, because you're locked into Meteor Beam. I'm so worried about, like, Dynamax Cannon or Switch. You can't do that. You're locked into Meteor Beam. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's great for me. We do get a free switch into Thunderous here. You could stay in. We are going to see just a second Dazzling Gleam come out, which, a little... Like I said, we are getting a little low. We do miss... Unfortunately, but they did miss the Meteor Beam on us, so it kind of works out. We can play rough here. Scare if do you have Tailwind up right now? I'm gonna go for a second. Wait, what is -2? I'm gonna play rough here, and I'm gonna go for a Scary Face here. In the event you go for a Tailwind, yeah, we are gonna see the Tailwind. We can at least drop your speed and hopefully KO with the play rough as long as we hit it. Right, you are at -1 defense, so this guarantees we will go first. We do hit it this time. Yikes. That did nothing. Meteor Beam is going to connect this time. It's going, yep, into Thunderous, which is very bad. Very, very, very bad. That means we bring out Ditto. We can lock you into... what? I have to go for Meteor Beam. I can... I have to go for this. Because the thing is, like, if we had hit that other one, I think we would have been in a much better position because we could have leered and then play roughed again to pick up the KO that way. We will see a Protect on Wimmy. I think that that's fine because of the fact that we are going first. Oh, you're scouting. That's fine. You want to see what we're going for. You're also trying to stall out play rough, given the fact that you are pressure. So that's fine with me. Yeah, play rough is fine. Yeah, I don't actually have that many left. We have to go for this. Like, we are in pretty... This Ditto's going to struggle. We are going to see Dazzling Gleam come out. Zamazenta lives. That's great for us. We will be able to KO... That's actually... Okay, wait. If that critical hit is huge. Because if we hit with Zamazenta, we will KO this Eternatus. We do. Okay, that's great. Okay. This is theoretically doable. No, it's not. You still have a turn of Tailwind left. We have one Dazzling left. I'm assuming you have Rillaboom. Okay, it is a Lecky. It should be a Lecky Rillaboom. A Lecky Dragovish. Okay, that's bad. We lose. We can still hit the buttons. I mean, what? You can miss Vicious Rend? You should, yeah, you can. My only hope is what? You hit into Wimmy. You miss Electro Web on both. You hit into Wimmy with Vicious Rend. I KO Dragovish with Play Rough and your Specs, and you miss a second Electro Web. As nope, you're not going to risk it. Makes sense. We are going to see the Thunderbolt into Zamazenta. Even with that Assault Vest, we unfortunately are not going to be able to take that, as we are fast. Okay, we are faster. There is hope. That did a lot of damage. Vicious Rend is going to come out into Ditto, and unfortunately we are going to go down there. So definitely a little bit unfortunate. I think if we had hit that first Play Rough, we would have been in a much... I don't know actually how much it would have changed in the end. I think just Eternatus, we didn't have good damage into it, and then me forgetting how Ditto works and switching into the wrong slot really hurt us there. But I still think overall it was a good battle. It was tricky. I think I did misplay on that one, and that is my fault. But yeah, overall still a really fun team, and let's just keep rocking and rolling and play one more. All right, last battle of the day, and it is Calyrex Shadow. It's Calyrex Shadow, Mineshaw, Incineroar with Indeedee, a Regieleki, and Stakataka. I like Zamazenta, Golisopod. I think that's a good option. Thunder, I think let's bring Ditto in the back. What do we have on Zappy? We could do Zappy. Zapdos Mineshaw. No, because we're gonna not outspeed Mineshaw, so you're gonna get the fake out first. Probably Thundurus. I like Volcarona a lot, actually. No, I need... I'm gonna bring Volk because of the fact that Ditto is Scarfed. We don't need to necessarily use Thundurus to drop speed, which is going to be really important. I think Volcarona having the ability to set up can be potentially really useful in this endgame. So let's see how that plays out. I do expect Mineshaw Calyrex lead just because it is so strong. Anything else would be really nice, as we are going to see, yep, Mineshaw Calyrex. I think Crunch and Wide Guard is fine. You could Expanding Force. That's actually the big fear. Let's do it. We do have Ditto in the back. We don't know if we don't know if Mineshaw has. That's fine. We will get the Wide Guard off. Please go for an Expanding Force. All right, an Astral Barrage, perfect. We will see Astral Barrage come out. So you probably switch. I want to say we can live. I want to say we can live in Expanding Force. We are Assault Vest, and we do have, what? We have a good amount of HP, so we're going to see a swap out from Mineshaw, so that's fine, as in comes Lecky. Okay, Lecky is also fine. We will get the Wide Guard off. This should, like I said, be an Expanding Force into Zamazenta, as it is. Okay, Psyshock. We are +1 defense, so that should... Okay, perfect. 19 is more than 0. We are going to see the Life Orb, so that's really great for us, because that means we should be able to KO... Yep, Okay, great. Calyrex down. We know you have Mineshaw. We know you have Alecki. There's one Pokemon we haven't seen. So we are going to be forced to swap out Golisopod here. Because what? It should be an obvious Thunderbolt. It should be what? Okay. Instant. I want to preserve both of these. I'm thinking double switch. Yeah, let's double switch to get an Alecki. And then have Volcarona in front of Incin. So I want an Alecki and I want a Volcarona. I think that's a little risky, but I think Zamazenta is too important. Zamazenta and Golisopod I think are really important for this endgame. I do have to be a little bit cognizant of obviously this Volcarona. I mean, not of this Volcarona, of this Incineroar. Actually, of the Alecki. I think if we can get rid of Alecki, we should be in a really good spot because then Golisopod can clean up. Because Mineshaw should not be able to do much into you, so that's fine there. We do have Zamazenta essentially as a fodder, as we will be able to bring out Volk. We will see a fake out onto Volk. That did that did a lot. Critical hit, that's fine. An Electroweb comes out. That did a little bit more than I would. Double crit. Okay. We are okay, so we are speed tied with their Incineroar. We will outspeed. I can Volt. Let's do this. I'm not gonna get it. I mean, what? If you miss with that, no, you are just gonna straight Volt Switch. That actually is a really good call because now you get in Golisopod, or not Golisopod. You get in Mineshaw unscathed because I decided not to go for the Electroweb. RIP to me, and that's a free. Yeah, that's a free Flare Blitz into. Yeah, free Flare Blitz into Alecki, which should be a KO. It's a decent chip, but yep, Flare Blitz gonna take me out. So we bring out Golisopod. Yeah, if we had Electrowebbed, that would have been really great. Because then we would... Actually, do we outspeed Mineshaw? That's a big question. Zamazenta's fast. So we could... Let me see what Zamazenta's speed is. Please say you trained it to outspeed Golisopod. Or... Okay, perfect. We are going to outspeed Mineshaw here. Zamazenta... This is tricky because of the fact that Mineshaw has no damage on it because I went for Thunderbolt over over Uwebs. No, I don't want to do that. I have to. I'm gonna double up Incin. I'm not worried about Mineshaw because of Golisopod. You should just fake out into one of these. So what I'm hoping is you fake out Golisopod, because that'll let me KO Incin with Zamazenta. And then I don't know how I beat Regieleki, but we can pretend. I really wish we had Protect right now. Protect on Golisopod would be great. Protect on anything. Okay, great. We are going to see a fake out there. That is going to let me close combat. Incin is going to go down. Yeah, if we... Oh, God, I really wish we had gone for an Electroweb now. I think Electroweb would have won us the game. We could have also just protected. Hear me out. Protected on Volcarona to stop the switch out, which would have been really great for us. But mistakes were made. You might Electroweb. No. Would you Electroweb? If you Electroweb, you KO Zamazenta. No, I think... Oh, God. There's no reason to. If they go for an Electroweb, I'm going to be really sad. We are going to see just, yeah, a straight Thunderbolt into Golisopod. Golisopod, unfortunately, is going to go down. Having Protect there, I think, would have been... Yeah, having Protect there would have been perfect. Because we would have been able to pick up the KO onto Regieleki. And then this Mineshadow would not be able to touch us. But now they are going to be able to just close things out with a close combat. So overall, I think a really close one. Definitely an unfortunate loss, but that is kind of the way it goes when you are using some lower tier restricteds. Obviously, Zamazenta being one of them. But overall, I still think this team put in a lot of work. It is a lot of fun. We will be using it tomorrow. Huge shout out to KantoClark for the team. Make sure to check out his channel. Make sure to check out the team. Also, make sure to check out my second video today. Just check out everything. But yeah, until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.